We're driving with Paul today to go visit our Sugden site, and Paul's going to give you a little bit of an insight on the design and why it's adopted the name Smart Sugden.
So Sugden Street's an upcoming development of 12 units that we've done. It's 2 blocks of 6. We've called it Smart Sugden because we've tried to get some upgrades in that we think will really help tenants and owner-occupiers. The first thing that we've put in is smart vents. Smart vents allow the air to move around the units pretty well, because we've had problems in the past where we've noticed units have been getting too hot upstairs. So as well as heating upstairs, it also cools during the summer. We've also added little touches like smart skylights, which are solar powered. This allows the skylights to open and close. It picks up if it's going to rain also, so it closes so you don't get too much water in. We've also added smart garage remotes, so you can have full control of those on your phone if anyone ever needs to come and pick up a parcel. That's pretty much all we've got in the smart systems.
What type of buyer would normally go for Smart Sugden? Like, who is our target audience with that property?
So it's probably aimed more at an owner-occupier. Being in the Kashmir school zone is always really appealing to buyers. The units predominantly there are 3 bedroom with garaging, so ideal for families. They're priced really sharp as well, so you can get entry-level families into the Kashmir zone. There's also 2 in each block, two-beddies, which is ideal for your investor stock, or it's an ideal first home if you've got that slightly lower budget. As well as that, in the planning of Sugden, we've tried to use all permanent materials. So the advantage of that is we're trying to keep them as little maintenance as possible. So you'll be able to see that they're pretty much all bricks. So we won't be able to, well, you won't be needing to restain too much timber or having to worry about the painting and upkeep of your plaster during the time that you own it. This is ideal for your landlords because they can just lock and leave and rent them, and hopefully won't have any ongoing maintenance. But also for the homeowner, the idea is that we try and keep the ongoing maintenance for these guys down as well, because the last thing you want if you've got a young family is to be out there having to repaint your plaster or stain your too much cedar. We've put a few cedar kind of touches in there for an architectural look, but when you have a look at the plans, you'll see that it's really real low maintenance.
Nice. And obviously it's called Smart Sugden, but are there any elements within the design and the build that we're going to use with future developments?
Yeah, we've kind of tried to keep the shape of the block a bit simpler by running it as one block all the way from front to back. The idea of this is it's a slightly lower construction cost, and then because of that, we can then pass that on to the homeowners. All of the gardens in there are north facing for your sunlight as well. Yeah.
Nice. And what made you guys decide to start implementing smart and sustainable features in this project?
It's something we've kind of got a bit of a passion for, that we'd love to have kind of smart eco homes, but everything comes down to affordability, you know. So we're trying to implement as many of these things as we can, but still keep our price down. So if you actually look at other stock on the market, you'll find that we're pretty comparable on price, but we do offer a lot more features that come with it, and a lot of it in that design stage is making it as livable as possible. But at the same time, we know we can't go too far because we really still want to provide affordable housing stock.